So our next speaker is from Goalplan. It's Henrik Troselius, the founder of Goalplan.
Thank you. I'm Henrik, and I'm the founder of Goalplan. And Goalplan is a sales performance platform. It's created to help large and distributed organizations, mostly in sales, service, and operations, to effectivize their whole performance. So let's jump into this. And what I'm going to give you today is a bit of insights and inspiration from us working with companies within the telco, banking, retail, direct sales, and educational industries. And we have clients and users today in North and South America, Europe, and South and Southeast Asia. And I come from a sales background, and we come from a sales background. And all of these clients are working with analytics today. And all are kind of aiming for AI and machine learning. But most of them are far away from that. So what we are helping them with is getting on their way, starting now, and getting results. So hopefully I'll inspire you with something today. So regardless of industry or geographical location, we see two major things that stands in the way of these companies. And it might sound easy, but the first time is too much time spent in administration. And that is for the entire sales force and also management, team leaders, middle managers, and so forth. And when we meet these clients and start talking to them and working with them, we see that an average manager spends an average 6 hours per week on administration. And if you look at the industries and clients that we have, that could be 50 managers, 100 managers, or 500 managers. So 6 hours a week in administration is a lot. And secondly, they don't reach their performance targets or KPIs. And that's just a fact. And what we do, I'm not going to get into technical here, but we integrate with their systems, tools, and gather data. So this is not something they tell us, it's something that we see. Working with these, we've seen achievements that have been great. First of all, we see an average administration time being reduced by 62%. So that's slightly over 2 hours per week instead of 6 hours per week. And multiply that with the hundreds of managers in these companies, you free up an enormous amount of time where you can actually do something better with it. And secondly, we raise performance KPIs on an average by 38%. And that is good. Reducing administration is good, but the two combined, it's giving them fantastic results. So that's just a teaser. And next thing is, how do we go about doing that for our clients? So first of all, what do they all have in common? And Magnus, you talked about, people are aiming for machine learning and AI, but what they're using is this. So it doesn't matter if you're a telecom operator in the Nordics, if you're a Portuguese bank, if you're a direct selling company in India, or a retailer in Brazil. They all use Excel spreadsheets, too much, and they distribute the information using email. We see leaderboards, we see to-do lists, we see information spread on the different offices on whiteboards, and people are still taking notes, coaching notes, important notes with pen and paper. So it doesn't matter, people are using this. And of course, they aim to be great at analytics and using the AI and machine learning that we read about. But when we start talking to them and when they start working to us, we together realize that it's a huge step going from how they work today to what they want to do. So it's a huge gap. What we also see is this. Hours and hours of project groups. So many people are in project group after project group, And Robin Sharma says it's quite nice. People are busy being busy. So we're not saying that you shouldn't aim for AI and machine learning analytics, but what often happens at these organizations is that they aim too high, don't act now, and end up still working with the same tools, and we'll have a lot of people just being busy. So what we suggest, and what we've seen to work for the clients that we work with, regardless of industry and geographical spread, is 3 things. It's start small and start now. Getting from the manual Excel spreadsheets to machine learning and AI, it's too big step. Of course, you should aim there, but you could start today. And I'm going to go more into how we help our clients to start today. And secondly, it's get your entire organization involved. And today, analytics is good in the hands of 20, management and controlling, but we want the analytics to be embedded and in the hands of the hundreds or thousands out there. It's a big difference. And take action now. Enable actions. So insights without action is useless. So enable the easy action to be taken and measure it. So I'm going to quickly go through everything. So first of all, start now. So what we see is that a lot of people are sitting around waiting for reports or creating reports, going into that system, and compiling these spreadsheets. With intelligent tools such as Goalplan, you can gather data no matter system. It doesn't matter if it's a legacy system. It doesn't matter if you don't have an API. So gather the system from the menu that you have into one. And when you have all the data in place, aggregate the data smartly to set up KPIs and indexes and visualize that in a nice manner. And an index, when we speak to our clients, is a set of KPIs that are weighted against each other to give you a specific insight. And once this is set up, and this is not rocket science, once this is set up, you lift the burden of administration from all these managers. Secondly, involve your entire organization. So what we see when we connect to clients, we see the managers and the controllers sitting with all the insights, all the analytics. Go from that to roll out to all employees, no matter if it's 1,000 or 5,000. And we have an interface that makes it easy to understand how you are doing. And in that interface, whether you're on the web or you're in the native app, we embed analytics for people to understand. So it takes kind of brain power and time and dedication to just look at data and get the insights. But what we want to do is bring the insights easier to the people so they understand. And with hundreds or thousands of employees getting insights and embedded analytics, that will raise the engagement, the ownership, and the self-leadership by a lot. And thirdly, getting insights without taking action is useless. And today we see people getting insights in one tool, taking action in another tool. So you get the insight in an Excel spreadsheet or in a BI tool, and then you call someone, text someone, book a meeting, send an email. And if you have a big organization with thousands of employees and 500 managers, you can't. It's virtually impossible to know what's happening, what happens with insights. So in Goalplan, you have the insights and you have the actions in the same tool. And why do you get insights? Well, you get insights because you want to do something with it. So action should lead to results. So you need to measure the action that you take on the insights that you get. And with the insights on actions, you can actually lead the leaders in taking smarter and more qualitative actions. And that creates a proactive organization using analytics instead of a reactive one, to look at data from yesterday and trying to fix something that was wrong a week ago. So my kind of summary and key takeaways for you this brief 10 minutes is: start now by automating the collection, aggregation, and the presentation of the KPIs that matters to you. And bring those and make them available for all your employees, and embed analytics so people understand what they're looking at. And then enable your employees to take action. When I say then and there, because taking action on something that happened yesterday or last week, it doesn't matter. You need to take action now. And the action taken that leads to greater results. It's the action that you take that makes things change and happen. And if you do this, it's not rocket science, but if you do this, this might also be a reality to you. Thank you very much.
Great, Henrik. Thank you so much. I really love this because it shows that it's not only pumps and machines and things that we can approach with analytics and other kind of tools. This shows that it's actually even people and organizations we can run with it. And I rarely see people talking about efficiency of like a sales force. I mean, nothing is more important to any company than the sales force, because without them, there are no customers. I've been sales manager for many years in many companies, and I know how difficult it is to actually, run a sales organization properly. But with the same type of tools and tricks that we can use with machines, we can actually make sales organizations run. It takes a guy who have been running sales forces to do that, Henrik, and I appreciate how well you have deployed and your insights and your experience into the way you work. And I know the customers you have, several of them, they're very happy, and it's quite fantastic to me that such a small company that you are can actually serve those huge companies around the world just by adding some really clever tools. So anyway, thank you so much.